Hey guys, Mix here, and in this video we're going to be heading back to the shop to work on the RM125 engine. So as you guys know, we are doing a bottom end rebuild on it, putting in whole new crank bearings, because as you guys know, it sounds absolutely terrible when you crank it over and when it's running. What I'm probably going to try and achieve today is take off the clutch, remove the flywheel. I ordered a flywheel puller off eBay, which is meant for the type of flywheel that it has. It's this type of flywheel puller, not the one that kind of wraps around the entire flywheel itself. Those other flywheel pullers that, actually wrap around it wouldn't work for this type of flywheel. It's kind of like the one that's on this little engine, is you can't get around the whole entire flywheel really, so it's just really small. And this one would just be easier. You just put it right onto the threads, tighten it, and it will eventually just pull right off. And also, I'm bringing my Dremel to the shop because the bolts on the nut on the top end is such a pain. You guys know that it's been rounding out like crazy no matter what. I try tightening it down with needle nose vice grips as hard as I possibly can, and the bolt kind of just like rips apart. So I'm gonna try and cut the nut in half without ruining the stud that's actually in the engine. So hopefully that should work. If you guys saw last build series video with the engine, the lighting in the shop was pretty dark, so I'm gonna bring a couple extensions cords and try and get the lighting a lot better. So see what we can do, and let's start heading to the shop. Alright guys, so now we're at the shop. Just set up everything. I got the cardboard, the table, my camera stand, and then I got the light. So now let's set everything up, get the engine up on here, and then start getting to work. Okay. So here's the engine. It's been a while since I've seen it. I kept everything, plugged so no dust or anything gets down into the engine. What I want to do first with this engine is take off the flywheel, test out the new puller that I got. It should work fine, because as I said before, it is meant for this. And then take off everything under that, the magneto, everything like that. Then go onto the other side, take off the clutch, and see where we go from there. So let's get to work. Alright guys, so just like that, it was off. This thing worked awesome. It just snapped right out. So this is really good. eBay for the win. Now we have the electrical part, the points and everything like that. So we're gonna take off all the bolts around here, and there's probably gonna be a couple washers or bearings or whatever there is. So we'll take this out, keep it all nice and organized with everything, and then see what else we have. Everything in here is all out, really easy. We have a seal right there, probably one of the crank seals or something. Then the key, which I think I'm just gonna leave in there. You want to make sure not to lose that little part, because they do like to fall out sometimes. But now that everything's off on this side, let's start taking off the clutch. So I need to take off these 5 bolts right here, but in order to, I'm just gonna use the impact. So I'm gonna have to unplug the light for a little bit. So it might be a little bit dark, but the light will come right back on once I'm done with the impact. Guys, so the pressure springs and everything are loose. Then we need to take off that little C-clip. Then just start pulling out the discs. Then start pulling out the clutch discs. Then start pulling out the clutch discs. Then start pulling out the clutch disc. It also came with the clutch discs. It also came with the clutch disc.
Just say disc. Clutch discs.
Discs.
Good, that's okay, that's okay.
Then start pulling out the clutch discs one by one, keeping it all organized, so when putting this back in, it'll be way easier. So just pull out these last 2 springs and then get started with that. Clutch discs are out and organized, but now I need to unplug the light again because I need to use the impact. So we'll do that now to get off that big nut.
That's what she said.
Then this whole assembly should just pull right off, and then we can see all the gears. Alright guys, I'm trying to get this off with the impact, isn't working, and this kind of happened somehow. The washer bent forward. I'm not sure how that happens. I mean, I could always replace it. It's not that big of a deal. Actually, rotating this, it feels loose. Hold on, guys. It actually might have came loose. Guys, so I think I found what I did wrong. This was a lock washer, and I forgot to bend it up, and when I put it on, it kind of got destroyed. So I'm gonna try and rebend this up and then see what we can do. And also, what is weird is that there's no lifter rod in here, so that is kind of weird. I'm gonna have to do my research and see if these should have a lifter rod in there. So we'll just see what happens. So now let's see if we can get this clutch basket off. So we had success. I bent up this lock washer and I was able to get off that nut. So now we can continue on with taking off this whole clutch basket. Actually, yeah, it's off right now. Just take off this outer part. Then here we are. And this part actually looks really good. It does have some heat spots and this orange stuff, which might just be like surface rust or something, who knows. But we got this all, and I'm letting the light cool down right now because it's starting to like short out a little bit. So I'm just using a flashlight, but we have a couple bearings. Gotta keep that all together. Probably just stick it right back inside. Or it just falls right through. I don't know, just keep them together. A spacer type thing, I'm not sure what the real name of it is. This you can stick in there without it falling through. Now what we have to do is take off this gear right here. Some people say to leave the clutch basket on, so it could, add some leverage to this gear, so you can just take this off easily. But the impact should just be able to take it right out, so it should be good on taking this whole part out. So that was a terrible idea. Metal just started flying between these two gears, so I'm just gonna pull this gear out. All right, so just like that, it's already out. So we'll try this again. So hopefully no metal should be shooting out this time. So I'm gonna try a trick. So as you can see, I put back on the clutch basket and I just hand tighten it down with the nut. And I stabbed a little washer between these two gears. This is supposed to be a little trick that might work. So we're gonna see if this actually does work. And hopefully this doesn't get flung between the gears. Oh my god, it actually worked. So the trick actually does work, and the aluminum washer is supposed to be no harm to these gears. And let's see. Yeah, they look perfectly fine, so we'll retake off the clutch basket quick, pull out that gear, and then see what we have left. Alright, there we go. Okay, so then right here, going across, is the crankshaft, and we're going to be replacing these bearings, because if you listen in, you can hear that they're totally toast. So now I'm gonna be working with this nut and taking out the Dremel and trying to just slice off just the side of this nut, and then see what we can do from there, because it's just totally trashed. I'm gonna try that and hopefully it works. Once again, I'm gonna have to unplug the light so that the Dremel can be plugged in. So hopefully the lighting will be okay. There's probably gonna be sparks, which should give it some nice lighting. Alright guys, so I think I've officially been outsmarted by this nut. I've been going at this for maybe 25 minutes or so. Absolutely nothing. So I don't know if I need to get some better bits. I know these are just the ones that came with it, so they're probably not the best. Or if you guys know any other ways to, I guess, break nuts or whatever. That's what she said. Then comment them down below and I'll check them all out. Or if there's any special tool made for just breaking them. Yeah, so just comment down below if you guys know any, and I'll check it out. So I think I'm going to leave it at there today. We made not bad progress. I was hoping to split the cases today, but it looks like that we're not going to get to it. Because of that one nut. There's always that one bolt or screw, whatever, that always holds you up. But anyway, guys, I'm going to be concluding the video here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Next part with rebuilding this engine should be splitting the cases if we figure out a way to break that nut. We just hit 9,000 subscribers, which is so awesome. Thank you guys so much. But anyway, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like, comment, share friends with the channel.